Today we'll be taking a look at Ford Motor Company, performing some technical analysis and making some price predictions on where we can expect to see the stock go in the next few days, weeks and months. Let's check it out. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another stock market video, and today we are performing some more technical analysis and we're checking out Ford Motor Company, as it is one of the stocks at the moment from a blue chip perspective which is actually performing very well. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to give a thumbs up if you do enjoy today's video and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. We cover stocks, crypto, investing and wealth management, so if that tickles your fancy, hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications. I'd also love to know if there's any other stocks you'd like me to take a look at down in the comments section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's technical analysis. Welcome into the Ford Motor Company chart today, guys. As you can see, over the past year, the stock has been performing really well. It's not near its all-time highs, which are roughly at $18, but we're sitting currently at $14.42 US. So that is fantastic at the moment. And first things first, let's establish the trend. Now, I think it's pretty clear where we're sitting, and just from a, I suppose, zooming out perspective, let's just chuck in a line to basically work out where the trend is currently sitting. And it looks like the trend is roughly from this point here, which is from the 24th of September. And then we've tagged that point once again on the 4th of January. And we're trending in an upwards motion. I'm just going to chuck that in like that. This is sort of the upwards trajectory that we're on at this point in time. Now, you can see we can't really put in place a channel from this point of view. It's moving out a lot. So we're not going to look really at that. But the first thing I noticed when I saw this chart was something very exciting for holders. So obviously we're in a long-term uptrend, but we have also just seen a bull flag. And you can see that this is from basically the middle of May through to where we're sitting now, and it's coming to a point where it's likely this bull flag is going to be breaking out in the near future. So let's just draw this in. As you can see, there is the top end of the bull flag, and where's the flag itself? Let's chuck that one in, probably from roughly about there. Let's grab the bottom end of the flag as well, and as you can see, we are moving in this style of direction. In fact, are we? I suppose that's probably about accurate there. As you can see, we are trending the right way, as you'd expect with a bull flag. We're just bouncing between the top resistance point and the bottom support point. So currently we're hitting that real big top end. You can also see, going along with this, we have a large consolidation in the volume to go along with a large consolidation in the price. Most of these big changes in value from the stock price are driven by large buying days. As you can see back here towards the end of May, we had some very large volume days which shot us up to a recent high of $16.44 roughly. Fantastic. We've come down slightly obviously, but given that we're seeing a bull flag now, I think it is probably pretty clear that we're going to be breaking upwards in the near future. One thing that was stopping us over the past few weeks is the fact that we did have a gap, and the gap had formed at this point here. It had formed at the bottom 13.95 and at its top point 14.13. That gap has now been closed, and that was closed on the 8th of July. So that was really the only factor that was stopping us from moving in an upwards direction. So one of two things is now going to occur. If there's not much buying power coming in, we're going to see that the value just continues to consolidate, maybe starting to angle towards a more horizontal trend, but I don't think we're going to see a big dip downwards as we saw, I suppose, from the 24th of June through to the 8th of July, which was caused obviously by this gap that's sitting here. Now, let's say we do break out. where is the next target for us to hit? Well, it's going to result in us having to zoom out slightly, and it will be based on historicals. So let's just zoom out, and as you can see, I think the high we just hit based on, I suppose, the past, well, this is a very, very long time, guys. The past price action though, there has been plenty going on within, or I suppose roughly at these $16.50 sort of region. So I think that is going to be our first target, which is obviously roughly where the recent all-time highs were sitting as well. Zoom in a bit. Basically what I'm expecting to see is obviously we're going to be trending in this sort of a style. We're going to break at some stage, and then we're going to move and test this point at $16.50 roughly. That would be the most logical option, and given the size of this bull flag, I think it's going to easily hit that and going to move past that point. So the target for this video is $16.50 US based on the trading action we are currently seeing. Sorry about the adverts, I'll just remove them. Now let's just chuck in a few more indicators to, I suppose, solidify our point. We want to see if there's anything else that's backing us up, which is indicating that we're going to be moving in, the right direction. So let's chuck in our moving averages. We want our 20-day, we want our 50-day, and we want our 200-day. Chuck those in. 20-day moving average, chuck that one in there. That's going to be blue. 50-day moving average, I'm going to make that one red. Chuck that one in. And our 200-day moving average is going to be yellow. Chuck that one in there. As you can see, 200-day moving average moving actually underneath where our current trend line is, so that's fine. What we did see was a cross below previously, the 20-day below the 50, but then it recovered for a golden cross with the 20 passing back above the 50 at roughly $12.25. And now, unfortunately, what we're seeing is, I suppose, a bit of a move in that direction again. I think actually what is going to occur is we're going to see a tightening. So we're going to see this keep trending in that sort of a manner, and the price action that is occurring here is coming to a critical point where it's going to break up or break down, likely break up, given we've got a bull flag obviously, and the sell-off is not due to a big dump, it's due to consolidation as you'd expect. So I think we're going to see this 50-day moving average act as support, and I don't think this 20 days is really going to prove much of a resistance point. We're going to break through, we're going to keep moving upwards. Let's get rid of those for the time being. Let's just check some other indicators to confirm. So let's look at the MACD. As you can see, all the selling is starting to calm down now. We had a little bit of a cross here on the MACD on the 14th of June, which is when we started trending downwards. We're about to converge upwards, I believe, if we see a few good green days. So whether that occurs within, I suppose, the next week, it's to be seen, but given that the 50-day moving average is obviously sitting at a critical point, I think we're going to see it within the next week. Finally, let's also take a look at the relative strength index, final indicator. It is sitting smack bang in the middle, and currently 47.8. We can go up, we can go down. We're nowhere near overbought, sorry. We're nowhere near oversold. We can basically do anything. So we will, I suppose, see some buying volume coming in. We were overbought significantly when we had that big bull run, which formed the pole for our flag. But now we are sitting at a point where we continue moving upwards. So target for the video, guys, $16.50 US cents within the coming month. That wraps up the technical analysis for today, guys. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below, and let us know what other stocks you'd like us to perform some technical analysis on. If you did enjoy today's video, remember to leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications. We cover stocks, investing, crypto, and wealth management in general. But I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.